Hello and welcome back. So I'm pretty excited for this video. This is going to be a review on this palette by Juvia'S, the Warrior palette. I really wanted this palette and it was sold out for a while. I can't remember, I think it came out sometime in May. And at the end of June, it did go back in stock, so I did order it. So I have had it for probably a month and a half at this point. And also exciting news as of just in the last few days, Juvia'S is at Ulta now. Right now I think it's only online only, but I think they said in September it's going to be in stores, but I don't know all stores or which stores or how much they're going to have. I don't know that, but that's very exciting for me because I'm a huge fan of Juvia'S. So I was very excited to get this palette. So this palette I think is very different from their other palettes because it is very, very neutral. I mean, it's basically like glam neutral and mostly warm neutral. Their other palettes are much more colorful. I have the Saharan 2. I love this one. This may be my favorite. I really like it. And then I have the Deuce palette, which is kind of pinks and greens. That's very pretty. And then the Masquerade Mini, which is half bright, half warm neutral. But these colors are very different than the colors in the Warrior palette. So I will show you swatches of the colors. And so first I'll just kind of go through the colors. The first one, Amina. This is basically, it's kind of a very metallic taupe, but it's more warm than it looks in the pan. You'll see in the swatches. I really, really like this. The next one is so pretty, Idea, and this one is a very golden bronze. There's a lot of yellow gold in there. The last one is just a very dark matte brown, Amino. This color, Ahosi, I think that's right, is just a matte cream shade. And then Morami, this one here is just a champagne color, leans warm as well. And then this color, Kano, now that color, wow, it looks much more orangey brown on the eyes than it does in the pan. It's a very warm brown. And then Dahomey is a very dark coppery brown, metallic, very pretty. And then Bakwa, that is super yellow gold. You'll see in the swatch, it's way more yellow looking than it is in the pan. On the eyes, it's like a pure yellow gold. And then the last one, Benin. This is the only color that leans more cool. It's a bit of a cool taupe, but it's not really that cool toned. So overall, I really do like this palette, but I love the Juvia'S formula. So first let me talk about the formula. It is so consistent with their other palettes, which is what I love about Juvia'S. Their metallics are not joking around. They are serious foiled metallic. Those swatches you saw were one swipe swatches on the eye. They are just pure metallic. That's what I love. I feel like this formula has improved from the Masquerade palette. These are still good and amazing and foiled, but something about this new one, it's super metallic and foiled and creamy. A little bit even more so than this. Their mattes, I mean, they're a bit more dry. But they blend easily. They're totally fine, but they're just not that super creamy matte. But I do really like them. So for me, the Juvia'S formula is amazing, it's consistent, and if anything, it has improved from their first few palettes that they released. I will just touch on the packaging as well. It's gorgeous. I mean, oh my gosh, this artwork, it's amazing. I love it. And the inside, how they have this beautiful design, and I like that this is kind of a shiny metallic looking. Their other ones are more like kind of simple paper, but it's really pretty. They don't have mirrors, but oh, I didn't mention the price. It's, I think, $21. So all their palettes are between $20 and $25, except for their really large ones are more. but they sell, the large ones they have are the Masquerade and the Magic, but they now sell minis of those. So this one's $25, the Masquerade mini. And so is the Magic mini. So, I mean, for $20, I care more about the eyeshadows than I do about the packaging, but I do like that it's very slim. I did have the Magic palette and it was very large and bulky, so I did depot that. I don't like having giant palettes, so I love the size of this. I personally don't need a mirror. I do my makeup at a vanity mirror, so that's totally fine. The formula is amazing. The price point is great. This is online right now at Ulta, so you can buy it on Ulta's website. The only downside to this palette, I think, I mean, obviously it's supposed to be a glam, warm, neutral palette. That's, you know, why I wanted it. I love that. But I think there's really only one color, this one here, this brown. It is a very, very warm brown, like I said, and you can see that in the swatch. It's the only one that I would use in the crease or transition. Obviously you could do a very, very dark look with this one, but I don't usually do super, super dark looks. So this one, I mean, I use in the outer V and the lower lash line, but for a crease shade, that's too smoky for my liking. I feel like they could have taken out this cream shade, a Hosi, because I know some people want complete palettes where they can do a brow bone highlight, set their lid, and all of that. I have 30-something eyeshadow palettes. I can reach into any other palette to get that. That's necessary for me. I do use this to set the lid and do the brow bone highlight, but I have that color already. I feel like if they had taken that color out and put in a more cool toned brown, I think you could get a wider variety of looks using this palette. That would be the only complaint I have, but I understand why they did it, because people want a palette to do a complete look. I don't need that. I would have preferred a cool tone brown in the same range as this one, you know, like a middle kind of shade that a lot of people could use in their crease. I wouldn't want it to be very light, but I wouldn't want another really, really dark shade. So that I think would complete this palette, but obviously I can use a cool tone brown from any other palette and kind of change this up a little bit. But yeah, every time I've used this palette, I did use that as a transition. So overall though, the metallics, I love the selection. This one and this one are a bit more cool toned, but overall they lean very warm, but they're so foiled. This is the ultimate super glam neutral palette, which is a look I really like. I don't like super natural makeup. If I'm gonna wear eyeshadow, I want it to be bold, even if it's not, you know, a bright purple or a bright blue. So I am so glad that I got this. I love it. If you like intense foiled eyeshadows, and if you like neutral colors with a super glamorous look, then this is the palette for you. Obviously there are not bright colors in this like in their other palettes, but I think it's great. So I am very happy I bought it. I'm very excited that they are at Ulta now, because I really want to get the Zulu and the Festival palette. I really like their 9-pan palettes like this. They're the perfect size. I don't plan on buying any more ginormous palettes. It just kind of drives me crazy. So this is much more convenient, easy to store, and you have a great variety of shades. So I definitely want to buy those other two since I already have the Saharan 2 and the Deuce palette. So yeah, that is my thought on this palette by Juvia'S Place. I'm so glad I got it. I think it's a great price for the quality of these shadows. I truly think Juvia'S Place has improved their formula from the beginning, even though it was still good then, but this is even creamier. So yeah, those are my thoughts, and let me know, are you getting this palette? Do you have it already, or do you have the Zulu or the Festival? Because I really want those. So yeah, let me know, and thanks for watching.